Mortal Kombat 2 was great. Two chins too. Oh god. Anyway, what a fun movie. I love the 2021 movie. I liked it, but second and third viewings, it really loses steam. I saw Mortal Kombat 2 last week, and I love that they just kind of said, yeah, we don't have to worry about continuity for the first movie. Let's just throw shit to the wall and have fun. And I was worried that maybe I just had so much fun because just getting to go to the movies, summertime's rolling around, weather's beautiful. But I went back and saw it again, and I had just as much fun the second time around. You know, you see a little more of the flaws here and there, but with movies like these, it's not that they're trying to even hide them, so I guess it's a little less offensive. Highlights definitely are spoilers also for the movie. The Kung Lao Liu Kang fight, probably the best in this series. It's right up there with Scorpion Johnny Cage from the 1994 movie. And definitely the Shao Kahn not being CGI. I think that added to him because he's actually there. He feels and looks menacing. It was fantastic. Highlight for me, Cole Young getting his face smashed. Feel bad for the guy who plays him, but I just wasn't a great actor. It's a really boring character. You have 20, 30 years worth of characters you could have pulled from at any point, and you made him. So, no thanks. Side story on that, the first time I went and saw it, it was with my two youngest kids, and they're 12, and they loved Cole Young in the first movie. My oldest did too, so I guess he must have appealed to young fans, at least my kids. And when his face got smashed and then body drug into the acid pit, they were both truly heartbroken to the point where I was worried we might have to walk out for a little bit. They realized it's a movie, and they were just really sad that the character they died. But I honestly, even though the amulet thing with Shao Kahn being invincible and all that, I was still had it back in my mind they won't actually do it. There's gonna be something, he's gonna get out of this for some reason or escape. Nope, he is straight up gone, and seems like within the rules this movie's doing for necromancy, he probably can't come back, which I think probably saves money, and also I don't think anybody really cares for the most part. I wasn't sure. I love Carl Urban. I wasn't sure how he does Johnny Cage. I like old washed up version of Johnny Cage, kind of getting perspective, in his later years. I really enjoyed that. Everyone who returned from the first movie, with the exception of Cole Young, the acting seemed way better. And I was asking a friend of mine, Brian from Binge Buddies, is it just because the script was better? And his point was, I think everyone just felt more comfortable with the role. There was a little more confidence going into this because it's the second movie. The first one succeeded during the pandemic, so there's confidence there too. It was just fun. Sonya, she felt the aggressive, and I like that she was a little more, I don't want to say edgy. Edgy's not the right word, but you don't, she was Sonya. You don't fuck with Sonya. It was great. Her and Jax being good friends, the little bit of flirtiness, and also putting down a Johnny Cage all the time. Liu Kang didn't just feel like he was kind of there like he did in the first movie. I felt like they all had actually bonded, and his character felt important. I really did in the first one. He just felt like he was just kind of there. Oh yeah, Liu Kang's a character, and a lot of them did, just because the way they centered around Cole, I think, made everyone just feel like additions to his story, and nobody really cared about his story. I think if you had to pick a main character, you're gonna put Katana as that, which the actress who played her did great. Loved Jade as well. Shang Tsung I liked. I think Quan Chi was good. Kano, great. All good. but there wasn't really a main character per se, and I think that worked to the movie's benefit. I think with larger cast like this and the just the absurdity of the Mortal Kombat story, even on a small scale, but with this movie being as kind of big as it was, it worked great. I like how they did the Baraka stuff. Best fight, I know I mentioned the Kung Lao, oh my gosh, Liu Kang fight. I really liked all the fights. I thought they were all great. And when Scorpion did the Get Over Here and the voice, both my kids looked at me and went, oh, like they were just, you know, it was fun. And there's like fan servicey things in there that they don't say necessarily out loud. They're not as in your face, but the hint at the Deadly Alliance when Shang Tsung and Quan Chi in the games betray, oh my gosh, Shao Kahn, and then eventually each other, like all that's there, and like all the different how you can bring people back, kind of how they do in the games. It's just, it was a lot of fun. I hope a third one gets made and it just gets more absurd and fun, because that's what we need. I think like a lot of people, I have superhero fatigue, and this, you know, these aren't superheroes. This is just, you know, it's old. It was kind of old school 90s action. It felt like a good balance between the 94 movie and the new movie. It's like they and the newer, the first new movie in 2021 it was a good blending of the DNAs of both those movies. I in hindsight, it probably wouldn't have worked for the story, but I think it's Lyndon Ashby who played Johnny Cage originally, and the guy who plays Liu Kang originally, and original Sonya. I would love to see even them just in the background somewhere or something, just as a little nod to them, because like that found family trio thing, I think that's still probably the strongest of the movies, just because of those three. And I forget his name, and I feel so bad, who passed away recently, the guy who plays Shang Tsung, who like redefined the role to where they changed a lot about him, because everyone's like, yeah, no, that's it, that's him. And I wish I could have seen that. And I'm glad they didn't bring back Goro, but if they do, I hope it's not CGI. And if they do like Reptile, we don't need CGI that. Like, let's bring in Cyrax and I'm blanking on names right now, I'm tired. But this is worth it. This is fun. You know, there are negatives. I wish I would have saw a little more Johnny Cage fighting. But when he did, it was good. It wasn't fantastic. You know, Carl Hopper is Carl Hopper, and I know there's Stunt Noble and all that, but you know, it's gonna be a good time. So I hope that it all comes together. I know it wasn't doing quite what they thought at the box office, but I still think worldwide it should end up making a decent chunk of change. And we don't need everything to be blockbusters. Like, make some money and make movies. Like, just make art. Let's try to do that. And a lot of, like, before I end it, most of it felt practical. There was not that much CGI. Baraka, you know, prosthetics, all that stuff. So that's good. Let's keep it going.